Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Fortnite video. Today we're talking about something that is getting closer and closer. Fortnite Chapter 7 Season 4. The new season is called Override, and there is already so much to talk about. Now, before we get into everything, the season isn't out yet, so we don't actually have the full island, every weapon, every skin, and every secret sitting in front of us. But we do know quite a bit about what's coming, and honestly, I'm really excited because we've got a new season, a new chapter in the story, changes coming to the island, gaming legends, and most importantly, for all the collectors out there, a new generation of sprites. So today, we're going through everything we know so far, and some of the things I'm most excited to see when Override finally arrives. Let's get into it. Now, this is the biggest question, the island. Let's start with the thing we're all going to notice first, the island. We know the current island has already gone through some massive changes. We had the shattered coast, we had locations changing, and we've seen Fortnite continue to reshape the map. But when Chapter 7 Season 4 arrives, we're going to be looking at the island very differently. Because a new season means new locations, new points of interest, and potentially some huge changes to areas we've already gotten used to. And honestly, this is one of my favorite parts of a new season. You open the game, look at the map, and suddenly you're thinking, wait, where did that go? Now let's talk about why the map is so important. The map isn't just where you play Fortnite. It's basically another character in the game. You remember locations, you remember where you got the big victory around, you remember the places where you had crazy fights, and then Fortnite comes along, changes the island, and suddenly everything feels different. That's why I'm really interested to see what Override does. Are we getting completely new areas? Are some locations getting changed? Are we getting new versions of familiar places? And most importantly, what is going to happen to the story locations? Now, let's talk about what does Override mean. And then there's the name, Override. I don't know about you guys, but that name immediately makes me think something is about to take control. But what exactly are we overriding? Is it the island? Is it some kind of system? Is it technology? Could it have something to do with the 0 point? We don't have full answer yet, and honestly, that's what makes me excited, because Fortnite stories are at their best when we're sitting there trying to figure out what is happening. And sprites are coming back. Now let's talk about the biggest thing for the collectors, sprites. If you've been following Fortnite recently, you already know that sprites became a huge part of Chapter 7. And they're not disappearing when Season 3 ends. Fortnite is bringing in a new generation of sprites for Season 4. That's right. New sprites, new powers, new variants, and new ways to discover them. So if you thought the sprite collecting was over, no, we're just getting started. Now, let's talk about the new sprite powers. One of the biggest things I'm interested in is the new powers. The sprites aren't just little things we collect, they can actually affect gameplay. And if the new generation includes completely different abilities, that could change how people play. Imagine finding a sprite and realizing, wait, this thing can do that? And suddenly everyone is searching for it. You already know that's going to happen. Someone is going to discover an insanely good sprite, post it online, and within a few hours, everyone is going to be looking for it. Now let's talk about the new sprite variants. And then we have the variants. If you're a collector, you already know why this is exciting. Because getting one sprite isn't necessarily the end. There can be different versions, different appearances, and potentially different abilities. And this is where the collection grind gets serious, because there is always that one variant, the one you can't find, the one your friend somehow gets immediately, the one you see somebody else using and think, how do you have that? Now let's talk about new ways to discover sprites. And Epic has also teased new ways to discover the new generation of sprites. And I really like that idea, because it means finding them isn't necessarily going to feel exactly the same as before. You might have to explore, you might have to look in different places, you might have to figure out something new, and that's what I want. I don't want every sprite to just be sitting in the exact same place. I want to actually hunt for them. Now, let's talk about the Sprite Garden. And then, we have something really cool, the Sprite Garden. This is going to give your sprites a place to actually exist outside of your normal Battle Royale matches. You'll be able to play with your sprites, showcase them, and visit other players' gardens. And your previous sprites aren't just being forgotten, they're being preserved in the Sprite Garden. So all that collecting from the previous generation still matters. Why the Sprite Garden is a big deal. Think about how cool this could become over time. Start with a few sprites, then you keep collecting more variants, more rare ones, more new generation sprites. And eventually, your garden becomes this huge collection. It's basically your own little sprite museum. And if you can visit your friends' gardens, then you can actually compare collections. You can see what they found, they can see what you found, and suddenly, collecting becomes way more special. Now, let's talk about the gaming legends. So, the gaming legend is another huge part of Fortnite. Fortnite has become the ultimate crossover game. You can have characters from completely different video games, all appearing in the same Fortnite universe. And that's honestly one of the coolest things about Fortnite, because you can have a gaming legend running around, a Fortnite original character next to them, and another crossover character fighting both of them. It shouldn't make sense, but somehow Fortnite makes it work. Why gaming legends are so cool? Gaming legends aren't just random characters thrown into the game. They usually come with their own style, their own designs, their own accessories, and sometimes their own little details that make them feel like they actually belong to the game they came from. And that's what Fortnite makes collaboration so fun. You can basically create your own crossover universe. Now let's talk about the gaming legends and sprites. Imagine putting the gaming legends together with the new sprites. You've got these legendary video game characters, and then you've got these tiny little sprites running around. It's such a weird combination, but that's Fortnite. You could literally have a legendary video game character collecting a tiny magical creature, and another player is driving a truck in the middle of a fight and nobody questions it. Now let's talk about the island and sprites. And this is where I think the new season could get really interesting. The island isn't just going to be a place where sprites exist. The island is going to be part of the hunt. If Epic gives a new generation different places to discover, then exploring the map could be a huge part of collecting. Instead of just playing matches normally, you could actually have a reason to explore every corner. Caves, buildings, mountains, coasts, little islands, hidden areas, everything. Now let's talk about the secrets we haven't found yet. And here's what I'm really looking forward to, the secrets. Right now, we haven't seen everything. There could be locations that aren't revealed yet. There could be story details hidden around the island. There could be things that don't make sense at first, but become important later. That's what makes Fortnite updates so fun. The community starts looking everywhere. Someone finds one tiny detail, then another person connects it to something else, and suddenly everybody's making theories. Now, the story could get crazy. And with a name like Override, I definitely think we're going to be watching the story closely. Because something is obviously changing. The question is, what? Could it be connected to the island? Could it be connected to the new event? Could it be connected to something completely new? We don't know yet. And I'm not going to pretend to do. But that's the fun part. We're going to find out together. Now, this is my biggest fear. Here's one theory I have. What if the new strikes aren't just the gameplay? What if it's connected to whatever is happening with the island? Think about it. They're getting a whole new generation, they're getting new powers, they're getting new variants, and they're becoming even more connected to the Fortnite experience. Maybe that's something completely unrelated, or maybe Epic is setting something up. And if that's true, I think the sprite could become way more important than we expect. Now, what I want to see in Season 4. So here's what I personally want from Override. I want a map that feels completely new. I want interesting locations. I want secrets. I want a good story. I want some crazy gaming legends. And I really want some awesome sprites. I want to discover a sprite and actually be surprised. I want variants that are worth hunting for. And I want the Sprite Guardian to become something you keep coming back to. Now, let's talk about the first day. When the season finally launches, the entire Fortnite community is going to be exploring at the same time. Everyone is going to be looking at the island. Everyone is going to be trying the new stuff. Everyone is going to be searching for the new sprites. And the internet is going to be filled with discoveries. Someone will find something on the first day. Someone else will find something completely different. And then we'll slowly figure out what Epic has actually put into this season. Now, why am I excited? And honestly, that's why I'm excited. Not because we know everything. We don't. We're still waiting for more information. But there are still so many things we haven't seen. The island could surprise us. The sprites could surprise us. The gaming legends could surprise us. And the story could completely change what we think is happening. Now, these are my final thoughts. So, that's everything we know about Fortnite Chapter 7 Season 4 Override so far. A new season is coming. The island is going to change. Gaming legends are part of the Fortnite universe. A new generation of sprites is coming. There are new powers, new variants, new ways to discover them, and the Sprite Garden is giving our collectors a whole new place to live. But the biggest thing is that we haven't seen everything yet. And honestly, I think that's the best part. Because when Override finally arrives, we're going to discover it together. And I forgot to tell you something. Remember the sprite competition that Fortnite, I forgot how to say it. The Fortnite hosted, the sprite competition. Yeah, because the sprite competition is finished. And we have the winners. So I'm going to say one by one, okay? So, first of all, I'm going to talk about the new sprites. We have the Bullet Sprite by Enerol. I think that's what his name is. And it looks so cute, not gonna lie. And ammo boxes grant slightly more ammunition. Now we have the Dumpster Dive Sprite by Stinky Princess Goose. What a weird name. It's a really cool and cute sprite. and you can gather loot from jumping into dumpsters. Yeah, so imagine we have no loot, we jump into a dumpster, and now we have some crazy loot. Now we have the honey sprite. This one is a nice one, and it's by Nijito Sound, and it's so cute with the honey dripping and the bees inside and the flower. It's so cute. And its ability is when a nearby enemy damages you, a beehive quickly emerges and releases a swarm of bees toward the attacker. The bees briefly pursue their target, dealing light damage over time before dispersing. After triggering, the ability enters a short cooldown before it can activate again. And I feel like the honey sprite should be a legendary, and the dumpster dive should be an epic, and the bullet sprite, I don't get it. I don't feel like it's a nice power up. And now we have the best sprite for me, the pawn sprite. It's like evolution, giving me Pokemon vibes, you know. And level 1 to 2 is just an egg. Level 3 to 4, it's a tadpole. Level 5 is a frog. And its ability speed in water increases with each stage. Which I guess Fortnite is going to change that, because it's like the fishy sprite. And in level 5, you will get increased jump height plus fall damage reduction. Now this is also like the air sprite. So I also think Fortnite will change that. I think this sprite was made before the fishy and air sprite release. Now we have the X-ray sprite. It's a sprite made by that cute little kid, and it has glasses and a coat. It looks so nice. So the X-ray sprite reveals players through walls and other objects for a short time. It's like the Grim sprite, but I don't know, it activates every, I think, a minute or something and stays for 20 seconds. It's really amazing, you know. I love the new sprites and everything. Now, so if you're excited for Chapter 7 Season 4, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and tell me in the comments, what are you most excited for? The new island, the gaming legends, the new sprite, the sprite garden, or the story? And what do you think override actually means? I want to hear your theories, because once this season finally arrives, we're going to find out. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.